Are you ready to race, Kyle?
Hell yeah!
Alright, it's getting dark. Just got these loaded up. I'm towing this one with my van. Kyle's I gave him the less sketchy vehicle. He's gonna use my truck, tow the Saturn. We're gonna spend the night in Geneva. It's about a half hour from the track. Got some booze. We're gonna hang out, do the New Year's Eve thing, countdown, and we're gonna be racing tomorrow. I might get some footage of us kind of hanging out in the hotel and all that. Say hi, Maggie.
Hi.
All right.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. We're in here. Got our hotel rooms. Kyle just let me know that we have literally the best view ever of the race cars. And there's a lake on the other side.
Doesn't matter.
Maggie, what do you get?
What? She get the Jolly Rancher.
What do you think about the coconut sugar?
She get the Jolly Rancher. You're too.
Spray paint and tape because my numbers flew off on the highway and they're all drinking upstairs, so now I gotta spray paint these cars. This is the aftermath of the highway. We're going too fast. There's a Family Dollar down that way, so we got the stuff we need. Well, it's ugly as fuck, but we're half drunk, so fuck it. Oh, you see the seat?
How much did you drink, babe?
Uh,
You don't know?
What about your chips, Dad?
just took my chips. Spending some time picking up the hotel room. Went through that. Part of that. It was a good time though.
Thing, it's fine.
Hey. So that was the point at which we noticed that there was a huge puddle of oil underneath my truck. It's supposed to be the reliable, nice truck. The whole oil pan had like rotted out and was just like drip, 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 drip. We lost probably like 2 quarts overnight. So I had 5 quarts with us for the derby cars in case we needed it, and I threw half of that in it to get us to the track, and we investigated that later.
So just about the 2 pressure on your camper, we're good to go.
You ready to go racing, baby?
No, I'm tired and cold.
Kyle looks
Also,
ready.
Alice wants the camper so she can still be sleeping.
Yeah, we should have brought the camper.
You said no.
Drivers meeting 11:30 at the pit shed.
Where would that be?
Set up. Say hi, Maggie.
Wait, but did you show everybody your 1970s
What?
jumpsuit?
Oh.
An entertaining race to watch. Susie across the line here, 7 to go now.
Yeah.
Just past the 50 car. 50 dragging down the 10 speed. Overcover coming off.
That's short legs and big doors.
Dana's behind you. You ready to race?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go, guys. Here's Kyle. I'm gonna see how many miles it says we go with the tires spinning. And I brought this to scrape my windshield as I'm going. It's a complete mess out there on the track.
Kyle right behind me here lining up.
Are you their biggest fan? Say go 81, go 82. Woo!
That's rough. Alright, we'll get on the track.
There he is. There's 81. There's our little toaster. 82's on the other side there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How about that?
It was at about this moment, 10 seconds into the race, I realized it's not going to go so hot. My car just would not go into second gear. I would get in the first and just start ripping the tires, and it would bog right back down in the first, and I couldn't get any speed. This is about as fast as I could get going. It was only about 5-10 miles an hour. don't know how that guy got going so fast, but when he hit me, it smacked my tire and made it so my car went left. Kyle made it past me, but then he's starting to get sucked down. I mean, as you turn right, the car just goes left over and over and over, just getting stuck down into the mud. It was almost impossible to get anywhere. This is actually synthetic clay, so as soon as it gets wet at all, it just turns so tacky that like you put your foot down and your shoe comes off. Everybody's just getting buried. Anybody that didn't make it to the top line just got stuck in this area. I was like, maybe if I go this way, no. As soon as I hit the gas, it just pulls me more and more and more to the left, completely screwing me. We ended up getting locked up in this situation for a good probably 5 minutes, and then they cleared all the cars and we got to go again. Our plan from the get-go was to just take our time and outlast everybody, and that became evident quite fast that it was not going to happen. Our cars are just so not set up for getting through this mud. Hardly any of the cars did. There was a couple guys that brought some cobalts that they shoved basically 2x4s in each spring and raised them up about 5 inches. And then they took tire groovers and just cut channels in their tires that just kind of moved the mud. Those guys were able to go flying. They brought a pack of like 7 cars with them. Right here is me getting hit by my buddy Cody. I actually raced with him online. We tried to pack together and kind of move, and it just didn't happen. But only cars that are going fast is a group of guys that knew that this is how it was going to go, and they prepared better than everybody else. Out of 100 and like however many cars, I think there were only about 7 that were actually moving. Every one of us was just in first gear, couldn't get out of first gear because the mud is so thick, so heavy. Our tires just couldn't clear it. We all get buried down in this spot, and they actually paused the race for about 5-10 minutes, and they picked us up with forklifts and put us back on the track to try to restart the race. They finally cleared up the track and lined us all back up, and we finally got going again. This is Kyle taking off. My GoPro, for whatever reason, didn't catch the rest of this footage, but Kyle really actually gets going pretty good here. He puts in a couple solid laps. You gotta remember, there's no slowing down. As soon as you get into this guy, boom. Kyle just hammers him, and there's no stopping. Like, you hit the brakes, you just slide anyway. And again, if you get out of that groove that's up at the top that Kyle's able to run for a couple laps, you're screwed. At this point, you can see he's kind of slowly working left, even though he's turning right. And the mud is so deep, you can't really even tell, but these cars that are stuck, the mud is literally up to the door. Just it's like a mud pit. You can't move. The car doesn't have enough power to fling the mud. It's ridiculous. If you look in the center there, Kyle's just stuck in the mud. He got it moving again, but it's just, once you get cranking, it's hard to actually like control the car because you just pin it and it doesn't go anywhere. He was able to get quite a bit of speed coming out of these corners though. When he was moving, he had to have passed like 50 cars. It was ridiculous. Me, I was just barely moving from corner to corner. So basically I would get unstuck, drag my ass all the way down the straightaway, and then just get stuck again in the next corner over and over and over. So my car, I only did about 2.5 laps before I just basically, we came to a stop. They told me to get out and I had to leave the car. And then I was like, well, can I get back in? He's like, no. I'm like, you told me to get out. Anyways, when I abandoned my car, I had 13 miles that said I had gone in only like 2 laps. I'm sure Kyle, who made closer, it looks like he made about 6 laps, which is pretty good. He had to have gone, I bet you it said 50 miles because he's just cranking the wheel speed at least like 60 miles an hour the whole time. Problem is, the motor started getting tired. As the laps go on, I didn't want to just play the audio the whole time because it's so monotone, but you can just hear each lap he goes around, the motor gets a little less happy sounding. It's just kind of bogging and bogging and bogging. He gets it down into the bottom here, and she lets go. He gets into the gas and starts smoking, and it's bogging, and the motor blows up. Which sucks, because I think that Kyle might have actually had something for those guys. Like, he was able to move where I wasn't. My car's just so low to the ground, and the Saturn Ion actually apparently has enough ground clearance he was able to keep going. It was a good time. This is my car. That Forester on the right is the one that smacked me the first lap. Kyle had now gone around him probably 5 times, and now ends up right where we started, buried.
How do you feel about your race, babe?
I didn't get to go very far or very fast, and I got stuck, and then I got unstuck, and then they told me I had to get out, and then I got out, and they told me I couldn't get back in. So that was fun.
How do you feel? But how do you feel about winning best appearance?
Oh, that was awesome. I knew we had it in the bag. I was pretty confident.
All right, Kyle, how'd you feel about your race?
Well, the 82 all-wheel auto Saturn Ion did awesome. It was muddy out there. We fought the elements. I got hit. Car blew up. A lot of fun.
Well, we won best of show. Best looking car for 50 bucks. Sucks because the mud was so goddamn deep that we couldn't really get going. I finally got going, and then they had me get out of the car because it was a red flag. The guy's like, all right, it's over, you can get out. I'm like, okay. My car wasn't dead. It wasn't really all the way stuck either. I go to get back in and they restart. And he's like, you can't get back in. So, I don't know. So, at that point we walked back to the pit, tried to find the guy that does the scrapping of the cars, because one was blown up, and after I left my car, a dude lost control, smashed into the back of it, and knocked the tire. So the car wouldn't move even if I had if I'd gotten back into it, got unstuck, I probably would have been fine, but about 5 laps later, a guy hit it and just totaled the back end of the car, so I couldn't even get it home. Then we walked back to the pit, found out my truck was leaking oil even worse, got some food real quick, and just limped home, and it was a super long night. We didn't get home till 10 at night. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We did the best I could with the footage, but thanks. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll do some more racing. That was fun.